All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in arrogant, but left out in a stretcher. The comparison, y'all know y'all couldn't replicate it. Chilling in the desert, I'm good under pressure.
Stick around, let me hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's a crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout.
Stick around, let me hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's a crown on me, wear it proud. What they was talking about. All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Quick to sever, however, whoever. Raining from above, we shooting down through your umbrella. Ay, getting fed up, nothing you could tell us. Snapping every shot I take, just wait till it develops.
Stick around, let me hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's a crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout.
Stick around, let me hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's a crown on me, wear it proud. What they was talking
Stick
about.
around, let me hold it down, look at what we found. From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down. Stick around, with me hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's a crown on me, wear it proud. What they was talking about.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back in to Hobby Corner on Maypole Farm. And we got some different music we're listening to today. It's still on Epidemic Sound, but this is the what do they call this? The For Your YouTube channel. So this was just kind of like the first 5 songs. We'll see what happens with the rest of it, if it continues to go. I'm digging it so far. I'm digging it. But yeah, we are back. I've been in the game for about 10 minutes, just wandering around, trying to figure out where the heck everything is, looking at the deer invade our home. Yep, and they're just standing there. They're just doing their thing, I guess. Yeah, just trying to reacclimate myself to the map and what we had going on. Oh yeah, this is a good song. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure I could see my audio volume on for my microphone. But yeah, the last we were here, yeah, we got 3 fields that need to be rolled. This one, we should grab the roller, the Massey, and send, or the Virtus. The same. Get that up here and get it rolled. Yep, it says needs rolling. Nitrogen's perfect. pH is perfect. We'll just kind of run around for a hot second. We also need to do a couple of purchases here. Field 150. Ow. Oh, wait. Let's head back to the farm. I think I had something for that. Let me go in some other place here and take a look. And I'm gonna go in here, and this is all part of the miscellaneous stuff. The Izaria, we need to look up that. I need to see if I got the Izaria Pro system. HIJKL. Okay, I do not have that. Okay, so that makes it a little easier. Do we want to buy one? The nice thing is they're all 17,000. We can buy the big one here. And if we don't, then if we purchase the soil information, we're looking at $2 grand for that. Or for this field, new field here, 1,800. I mean, is it worth it? I mean, we're going to continue to buy fields. So I don't know if yet we're going to do it because it's going to save us a lot of money in the long run. Thing 5, welcome in. Sorry, mate, I didn't see your message until way late and I already had my stream going. Alright. So yeah, we're just looking to see if we should buy that Izaria soil tester. We've got 2 fields that need to be tested, and if we do the testing with that machine, it's going to cost like, you know, just $100 or $200 or something like that. So I do plan on continuing buying fields as we go along, as money permits. So I think it'll be worth it in the long run. Because otherwise, I mean, we're still going to have to send out, if I were to buy the information for this one, it's, you know, $1,800, and the other field is more expensive. Mr. Michael Ferguson, welcome in. Where am I? Oh, okay, I figured out where I was at now. I need to hook up also to our roller, and we got 1 field that we got to roll yet. The former sunflower field. We need to get that rolled. I'm glad to have both of you in the chat tonight. It's good to have people in the stream watching. Isn't there like an Elvis Presley song or something? Are you lonesome tonight? Something like that. It gets kind of lonely when it's only my three personalities talking. Me, myself, and I. Yeah, Mr. Cajun was online over the weekend. He was doing some gaming. The past week he was spending some time with family, so he's doing good. I don't know if he'll be back on to his regularly scheduled shenanigans, but we'll see. Okay, I don't have a front weight on this, so let's go ahead and we will buy the big guy here, because if we're gonna buy this, we're gonna buy the big one. Hey, no worries, Thing 5. You do what you gotta do. So, if we change the colors on this, is it going to increase the price? Let's do some red and beige. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm digging that color scheme there. Yeah, exactly, and that's what I tell people. It's you know, family should be first and foremost. The game is always going to be there. Always spend time with your family. Yeah, I'm digging that color scheme. Yeah, we're gonna be dropped down to $30,000. We could lease it. We're gonna lease it for this this first test. So we're just gonna back out. We don't need to change the color on it. I forgot about the leasing. Yes, we can definitely do that for $867. Why not? You know, we've been leasing a lot of equipment, like the Lizard Colossus spreader there. We've been leasing that. I still got to take that tanker up to the farm. And I went to the wrong side. I needed to be on the other side. So I'll just spin circles around, you know. It's like a party on the dance floor type thing. And we ran out of music, so I've got to get that fixed. Let's hook on up to that. And when we get to our field, we'll unfold this tester. It'll be the same field that we're doing the rolling in, so that will help us out some. Ah, he's on his he's on that. Nice. Yep, I finally got, and I missed my corner. Trees are kind of in the way here. It's easy enough for me to miss this corner. And I think I had AI plant this field. I just want to get out and take a look. Okay, we got soil, silty clay. Grass is growing. So that is good. And okay, we're on the front. Let's go ahead and we'll lower the soil sample unit. We will unfold it as well. And I'm just kind of zooming in just so we can kind of see the animation on it, you know. Let's fold it back up just to watch it one more time. Yeah, antenna folds out. There we go. So yeah, we can actually get all of field 88. Oh, we don't need to worry about the field 88. Let's we need field 150. So if I go to the corner up here, I should be able to get field 150 and then 151. Drive as far forward as I could. Yeah, that looks like it's going to collect them both. Let's go ahead and take a soil sample. Boom. And we do get field 88 as well, but I think we already took the sample on that. So one of the things that it took me a long time of trying to figure this out, and you know, no one really talked about it. It's like, oh yeah, send the sample in. Well, where do you send the sample in? How do you do that? Well, if you hold down the left bumper and press Y on your controller, or if you're running keyboard, it's going to be a little different, but send soil samples for analysis. So we're going to do that, and boom. Samples are taken, they're sent in. Let's go ahead and fold this bad boy up. And that was $150 for the one soil sample, which took care of 2 fields. So let's go ahead and we will lift it and we will fold it up. Just kind of watch it again. And since we don't have to worry about any fields right now, I'm just going to drop it off right there. Then we'll just go ahead and return that. You know, for $1,000, we got 2 fields sampled. Hey, that's a lot cheaper than $4,000 for 2 fields. And we already got our sample information back. So we are got loam, sandy loam. Oh, wrong field. It even took samples of the fields that we don't own, which is nice, you know. But yeah, this field here is sandy loam and loam. This one here is loam and silty clay. So yeah, we got some samples down, and as we continue to buy the fields to the south and the north of us, we'll continue to take samples. So now that we're here in field 88, we do have to roll it. So I'm just going to turn this bad boy around. Oh yeah, that's right. We ran out of diesel in this guy. So we're going to let the AI do this work, and we're going to come up here and we are going to spray a couple of fields as well. If we come back in here, nitrogen, we're in field 108. If we just kind of hover over it for a second and don't touch anything, nitrogen is bad on this field. And then nitrogen in 91 is bad as well. 150 is bad. We got a lot of spraying to do, so we're just going to go ahead and get to work spraying here. And we'll set the cruise control. And the nice thing with our fertilizer sprayer is it'll turn off when it detects that the field is properly fertilized. As you can see there, we got the little map up. It's going from red to green. And just because Cajun is on, I'm going to go ahead and turn my phone on, and we'll watch some Cajun. I'm not seeing that he's currently live. There, Michael. I'm not seeing any notification that he's live. Okay, I thought it was supposed to stop spraying. Let's go to his live section. Yeah, he was doing ATS 3 days ago, so on Monday I think it was. Normally his work schedule, he gets home kind of late in the day on Wednesday. Oh, maybe I do have to turn this guy off. Oh well. Oh, that's why I forgot a setting. Here, let's go to the tractor. I need to turn on crop sensor. There we go. That's why. Remember to turn all the things on. So now when I stop up here and turn around, it will automatically turn off the sprayer. Maybe. God, apparently not. Something's not right here. Yeah, something's not right. I swore I got the one that does the automatic crop sensing. We'll have to take a look at the fertilizer usage to see if it's just a technical bug that's causing it to still show, or what the deal is. But either way, I'd still rather do liquid fertilizer than solid, because we would have used 1,000 liters on this field already, and we haven't even touched 100. I just have to remember to turn it off at the end of the row. And turn off. Oh, come on. It's a good thing it's rented. Let's take a look at the sprayer to see if there's any other. Okay, so yeah, everything's turned on the sprayer just fine, so and until I get my mapping configuration figured out on my side panel, I'm sticking to the controls on the steering wheel. I'll still use it for the camera view and stuff, but the buttons, because I'm trying to turn something on and off quickly. Let's just get that real quick there. And I guess we'll get this line here. $180 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare, just to get it up to the proper fertilization. Okay, hold on everybody, I gotta take this phone call. Alright, I am back. I've got to step away for just a minute here. I'm going to finish off this field though. We're going to get this done before I step away. And then turn it on. And then we're going to have to buy another 1,000 liters of fertilizer, or see if we got a container of it somewhere. Yeah, pretty much all of our fields needed fertilizing. Okay, I'm going to get this folded up, and I'm going to step away for just a minute. I'll be right back. And just like that, I am back. And we need to get the music back. I want the music on. I think it's nice having the music going. So... well, let's listen to the staff picks, and we'll see how much we like what the staff has. There goes Romeo chasing after the cars. Okay, let's look around for a pallet of fertilizer. I can't remember if I have any. I might have left it up at the shop. Because I'm not seeing any there. None there. That's solid. Okay, off to the shop we go anyway. And I do need to come back and feed my animals. Please remind me before we move on to the month of December to feed the animals, because I got rid of their food sources. Okay. Ooh, what do we got up here? Is that fertilizer? I don't see red. That looks blue to me. Yep, that's our fertilizer. Okay. And let's get turned around here. I've got to remember also to return the leased items that I have. And I think I'm going to have to close the gate on this. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get all the way back. And the grass field's not going to take near as much fertilizer. Okay, let's get away from the fence line a little bit. I said a little bit. Let's go a little bit more. Oh, sorry, Romeo there. I mean... Oh, for crying out loud. A little bit further. Get away from the fence. I guess we can lock on to the GPS line now. I was like, what the heck we got there? Oh yeah, it's a goat. And I have learned from experience in fertilizing other fields on other maps that grass is never going to turn green on the mini map for proper fertilization. It's always going to be orange. And I think if I leave that little strip there right along the fence line, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, we have a very good fertilizer that does not harm the animals, you know? We're very self-conscious about that. Just like up against those trees there, it's a situation where if we don't get all the way up against the fence line, and I should have realized that on the other one, this other strip. We still need to also buy our lizard colossus mower. We still need to get that purchased. I'm thinking this sprayer, we might have actually saved money on it because it is the Vern land. And this doesn't have the pulse width modulation system on it. So I messed up. But, I mean, we're still getting it. We just got to turn it on and off at the very end of the row. So that's no big deal. And even though it says, you know, it's orange, we got just that little strip there. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. Okay, we'll go on to the next field. We still got, you know, 1,600 liters in the tank. And then let's go ahead and hit the cow barn. I cannot remember if that needs to be rolled or not. Let's take a look at the map and see if we need to roll it. Okay, it does not. The wheat and I think that was wheat as well. Yeah, they're both wheat. They needed to be rolled, but everything else we've been maintaining as we go because the grass, you know, kind of thing. All right, so we'll start again in a corner. We'll start in this corner here and head to the north. I'm going to make the corner myself. This isn't a bad tune either. I like this one better than the other one, the last song. And we'll turn that off. That should have been at the perfect spot, which it kind of looks like it is. I judged it pretty well. Remember, feed animals, feed animals. They don't have any food in their pastures. And we got plenty of grass and hay for them. We're just giving them hay for the time being. And turn off. And then this one, we won't follow the zigzaggy line. We'll just kind of get as close as we can to the trees. I guess we will kind of follow it a little bit. And kill it. And we'll select that line there and turn on. Select that line and turn on. That's the nice thing about lime, is you can actually see where you're spraying at. There we go. Turned it off just a little too soon. There we go. Okay. Okay, this is about ready to put me into a lullaby, but I'm not going to change it as I'm sitting here driving. Sit there and I try to turn and it doesn't turn on me. I'm sorry, cows, there's nothing in here for you to eat. The seeds are contaminated. Stop eating the seeds. And of course I would hit that. Alright, one little strip up here and then we're done with this field. Alright. And that was only 300 liters or so. for that field. Alright, that's the last one that we gotta actually open gates for. So alright, let's go ahead and hit this field over here. Yeah, this one's really going to soak in the fertilizer. 410 liters per hectare. Excuse me, folks. And turn that off. A little bluesy action going on with this music. I was gonna say I'm gonna go back and get that red spot, but you know what? The heck with it. We're gonna leave it. And about right there. Back all the way up against the fence line. Sitting there trying to find the correct button to turn it off as my steering wheel's all jacked up. Lock on, GPS, come on. And then I am going to narrow the width when we get to that last strip. But I am going to come over here and back up into this corner again. Okay, did not want to take that. So, let's see if this is going to be wide enough. I hope it is. Nope. Okay, so we got to go about that wide. There we go. All right. Crop sensor requires daylight. Well, we're not exactly working in the daylight here.
Switch. Switch.
Probably putting too much fertilizer down here, but I guess we'll deal with it.
Switch.
I hope we have enough fertilizer to at least finish this field.
Switch. Switch.
So yeah, we'll run back over to the shop. We'll get this thing filled up, and we'll keep the rental for over the November. We should be able to fertilize in December. Should be able to. And then we got 3 fields left to fertilize, and if we fill this up, then we should have enough fertilizer for those other 3 fields. We'll get the tractor and the roller off of that field. And I can't remember if I borrowed the roller or if I bought it. Okay, 1,000 liters. We may... Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. Uh-oh. Stinking post. Okay, we're going to do this field tomorrow morning, because this one needed it too. And we'll just take the roller back to the farm. And we'll take a look to see if we rented the roller or if we bought it. Okay, we got that, we got that. So yeah, this thing... I want to say we emptied it. We'll drive the tractor over there, hook up to it real quick, and see if we emptied it. Because I'd rather not pay for all the material and then find out that it was like full. Okay, it is empty. Let's go ahead and return the lizard colossus. Return that guy. Yes. Okay. So the only thing that we got is this guy here, leasing cost of $821. And if we just go up to our, and it was this one here. Like I said, I did the wrong thing. It only had the weed and spot sprayer on it. If we lease this, per day is $265. That's all right. I wish it had, if we just grab that one, if we had the pulse width modulation package on it, then it would turn the sprayer on and off as required. We wouldn't have to touch anything for it. But let's hook up to our roller, head on back to the farm. We got to feed the animals. Got to feed them. Get them a couple bales of hay each. I didn't want to do that. Gosh darn it. Hit the wrong button. Story of my life. Push the wrong buttons. Hey, I made the corner today. Happy dance. And as of right now, we're stuck on building the house because we don't have enough money coming in to pay for the house. And let's turn that off. Let's go ahead and exit. Let's grab 3 bales of hay. One is going to go to the sheep. And the other 2 are going to go to the cows. Just for tonight. And then tomorrow morning we're going to make sure that they get some more food. Some food fighters. Okay, one more bale. Because we don't have that many animals in our pens currently, so these should be just enough for overnight. Okay, so we got 20,000 liters of food. We're good on slurries. Oh, there's little bits of... Okay, there's more meadow grass. Alright. Cool. Let's go ahead and find some cover of darkness. I think this guy will do just fine. We'll just park ourselves in the corner. Shift Z. And we'll see if a loan payment comes out. Ten chicks were born. No loan payment has come out, which is kind of concerning. It'd be nice to get that guy. It'd be real nice to get that guy. And I think this is on the menu for... Hello.
What time do you take your shower in the morning?
Around 6. No, actually 5:30.
Okay. Because I want to get up at 6:30 and between 6 and 6:30 and take a shower if that's okay.
Okay. I'll be done by then.
Okay.
Yes, I think this guy... Oh yeah, it's already set up on the 50 meter unrealistic.
Shane, did you feed him tonight?
No, I did not. Yeah, we gotta have some crop guides on it. Although it's not showing the crop guides. Ooh. I did not know about this. Normally, I've always left it as the wide spreading. We're going to put it at swath dropping and save us some money here. Let's put some Skoda blue on it. Maybe we'll change it to Skoda red. Yeah, I like the Skoda red. And then let's do the Richard blue. There we go. Yeah. We'll do those two colors. But yeah, that swath droppings I think is going to be very good for us. I think that's going to be very good for us. Let's go ahead and buy this guy. That way we should not have to worry about a windrower. Do we got light? Crop sensor requires daylight still. So let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's go over here. And let's grab our 2 mowers and take those over to the shop and get those sold. And we still need to get some concrete and some other things for the house, but you know, right now we need to get the fertilizing done. We may have to wait until like February or March, but we got the major fields done. We got the wheat fields. The grass can wait a little bit. So yeah, let's get these over to the shop. And then we'll grab the tedder and the windrower. And we'll just grab the tedder. We'll take that over. The windrower we'll hold on to until we play with that lizard colossus tedder. I didn't realize they did swath dropping. Because if that's the case, oh my gosh, that's going to save us so much time. And right now we're all about time. We're trying to kind of get through these months as fast as we can. Hence the reason for all the Colossus equipment. Okay, so the repair... We'll go ahead and repaint that. We'll go ahead and repaint that. And we'll sell this guy. Sell this guy. Okay, so that brought us back up to 49,000. Now, one of the comical things that people have been doing over the course of time, and they actually changed it, is they do vehicle flipping. Right now we could only really buy this and this. We could buy those, repair, repaint, and then resell. And we can make some money that way. But I don't think that's the spirit of this farm. So we're going to not do any of that. Yeah, I did not know this did swath dropping. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be amazing. Yeah, month of December. We don't have enough light right now. It is only 40 degrees. Low of 39, so we just got some flurries. I don't think they're gonna stick. But we kind of need to wait an hour or two before we can try to fertilize some more. Oh, I should have bought my mower. We're gonna... I don't know. I don't know if we should wait on that or buy it now, because I don't know if we're going to have the money. Well, we still got to take the tedder over anyway, so... So we'll grab the tedder, we'll take that over, then the mower is only like 20,000, so... And yes, I put it on backwards. But if I'm just transporting it, I'll put it on the front all day long. Okay, good. We got grass growing in that field. And then we got to wait until the month of April to harvest the grass. Okay, this thing, 157 worth of paint. We'll go ahead and sell that for 22. So now we're up to 72. Let's go back. Let's go into here. And there's our mowers. Yeah, we'll leave it as red. 12.5. Yep, we're going to go ahead and buy this. We need the crop guides on it. We need... That'll help us out. And, yep, we'll go ahead and buy this guy. And then, because we got 59,700, curiosity's getting the better of me. I don't know how much... So we got 71, 81, 83, 94, 97, 111. These ones are going to be 150, 200. Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's anything that we could buy. And we could buy that one. That's kind of way out of the way, but we can't plant anything yet. So I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and get hooked up to our mower. And we'll get hooked up to our tanker as well, because we do need that for moving our cow milk and slurry and stuff. And then, since it's so early in the month of December, we are going to try something new. This is a new mod that came out here a month or two ago. We got to make sure that we continue to get employment or get money coming in through the winter months. And even during the, any month. Since we can't have any true production going and sell from the productions unless it's the base map version. So like if there's greenhouses on the map, then we could buy those greenhouses. If they're, the bakery, the dairy, those types of things, we can buy those. But outside of that, we kind of took liberty with the sawmill, but we have not sold any products from it. Those products are going to stay over there until we deem that we can get back in the good graces of the community and start selling that stuff, which means we pay off the loans pretty significantly, or B, we delete the items. Mr. Patrick Mills, welcome in. We just bought a couple of new items and sold a few others. We got ourselves the... well, let's get it out of the thing. Okay, settle down. Yeah, we just got our Lizard Colossus Unrealistic Mower at 50 meters. And we got our tedder, lizard tedder, it was up in the market. That's unrealistic at 50 meters as well. The caveat with this is, and yes, I redid the paint job on it, and I did not know this when I've been playing with these. But there is the work area. I've always kept it at wide spreading. I've never messed with it. There's a swath dropping option. I did not know that. So we set it up for swath dropping, so we should not have to worry about our windrower. We're keeping it for now until we just test it to make sure everything's working right on it. And if it does work right, then we're going to go ahead and get that thing sold off. Yeah, that's what I just, because when I looked in the market, you know how you will go in here, let's select this guy, whatever the option was, this is the blue color, this is also the 4160. So yeah, it was set up on swath dropping, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've never noticed that before in my life, playing with those. So yeah, that's going to be an absolute game changer for us. And like I said, I'm just keeping that windrower, just as the precaution, because I know the tedding function works perfectly on it. So yeah, do we have enough sunlight yet? Let's go ahead and speed some time up here, and we'll see if we can get the sunlight to come through. Okay. So, we got that on. Let's see if we can... This field does need, as far as I remember, nitrogen. Oh, it does not need nitrogen. We don't need nitrogen in this one. Okay, it's a good thing I looked, so we only got two other fields over here, 93 and 92. I thought that needed nitrogen. Field 153, I did at dusk in November, so that's why it's green, like that one, compared to the pasture land that's, or aka now new grassland, right next to it. So yeah, I forgot it. That one got fertilized. I'm wondering when I did that. Oh! It's because I fertilized that one before I bought the field information. That's right. I fertilized that field and then went down south, and then I realized I was like, oh yeah, I need the field information for it. Okay, so let's get these last two fields fertilized. And then while I'm here, trying to be a good person, stay up on the food. Take a look at the food. We got 18,000 liters of food. Okay. And then we got 7224. The meadow, it shows at 55,483. Okay, so that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. This meadow over here shows at 75,651. All right, that's good. Okay, so we should not have to worry about the food right now. In due time, we will be making TMR for the beef cattle. And, well, actually, they're all dairy cattle. We're not doing beef on this map. Beef is not profitable. Dairy is. Let's take a look at this. We got straw, grass. Okay, we have not converted the grass yet. I will, however, pull one out That way we can see what the percentage is. Okay, now we can unfold this guy. And we'll get lined up. Okay. We've got this field and then the field to the left here. We need to fertilize. And as long as it says that it's taking fertilizer, I'm happy with that. The fertilizer must be gumming up in the lines because it seems like it takes a second for it to get started up. Okay. No, I don't want that line. Welcome back, Mr. Ferguson. Or should I say, Mr. Ferguson? If you know that reference. Normally it's Mr. Anderson. I hope we have enough. I don't want to have to get more. I think we will have enough. We've got lots of deer running around. Nothing like doing final fertilization in December. And that last pass, we're going to have to set it up on a working width of 3 out of 7. It looks like, yep. Because it's definitely wider than the tractor. Okay, we got our 3 working width. It's not. Oh, what the blue blazes? Dag plastic. Grr. Okay, I thought I hit X instead of A. There we go. Yep, just enough. We'll keep that right there. Nice thing is this field is square, so just a little bit of overlap's not going to hurt anything. And like I said, if we would have had the sprayer with pulse width modulation on it, then we wouldn't have to worry about doing that. Because it would actually sense where the fertilizer's been and not fertilize those spots. And off. And we change that back to the maximum size. I was trying to be frugal with our money, and yeah, it worked out, but, but. There's always a but. And let's go ahead and turn that on. Turn that on. Last field. So we're doing good. We're doing good. Then we'll get this sprayer emptied out and return it. We'll grab another bale of grass. Or hay, excuse me, hay. Take it over to the cattle just so that they got enough. I'd rather they have an overabundance of that food right now since we're not giving them TMR. Because one, we don't have a mixer for making it. Oh, come on. There we go. And 2, if I had a fermenting silo, then that would be a huge game changer for us. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about wrapping bales. But then it would also change the way we do things. Which means we would need a forage wagon to pick up all the grass. So that's another added expense. Well, we wouldn't have to use a forage harvester. We'd just use a wagon. So yeah, we would save money doing that. Save time too. Because then we could buy an unrealistic version of it. And be able to harvest that, or pick up at widths of 50 meters. Have a capacity of 5,000, or okay, 5 million. And then we can use that wagon for doing pretty much anything except for our grain grain crops. Which, when it comes down to it, we will try to attempt to get into the bread making side of things. I think we'll just stick to making bread because I don't want to get into oh, why it missed that little spot there, I don't know. There we go. Want to make sure we get as much as the center of the field as possible. Some breads do require that we need yeast, which requires sugar. I don't really want to get into sugar production. It'd be neat to do, but because we're trying to pay back a loan as fast as possible, I think the quickest options are going to work better. But we still got, we're still a year away from doing that. At least. We're just trying to survive until we can get an income of like $100,000 a month coming in, so we can start paying back our loan. Okay, let's change the size to 3, and let's get lined back up again. Got a little crazy on the steering wheel. Turn it on. There we go. Yeah, the one width would not work out well. We'd have to do a down and back pass, so the 3 width is just fine. And we had plenty of fertilizer, which is good. And this may be the last time we have to fertilize until next fall, I think. Okay. All right, so we're going to do some things here. We're going to first get rid of that sprayer. Okay, we're going to return that. We don't need that anymore. Okay. And back. And then now let's we need to check on the chickens. I think they're doing good. They got 7,000 liters of food. Health is at 100%. Starting to get some eggs. Okay. The sheep and goats have not produced anything, and I don't think they will until can we buy? I think we just got goats. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's take a look at our goats. Do we got a goat ram? Yeah, we do have one goat ram. Okay. Extremely low. We're not buying that. Okay. Yeah. Let's go into here, though, because I forgot there's a setting in here. Okay, for the advanced loan system, okay, we got the dynamic rate on there. We can make multiple special repayments per year, so we got that turned on, so we can pay anytime we want. Where was it at? I know I got that on here. There it is. Realistic livestock. Okay. Animal removal on. Accident chance 100%. Food scale 100%. Max dealer animals. Change the max number of animals the animal dealer will have in stock per animal type. We're going to change that to that. We're going to also reset the animal dealer. So now if we go back in here, yep, we got a lot more goat options. Except the goat options are absolutely horrible. You know, very low, extremely low, bad. Yeah, that's just and I wonder if it's just because of their current age, if it's just because of how they were treated before, because we can't tell how good they are right now. Okay, there we go. If we go to the info side. Wool production low. That's funny. But yet, wool production on this one is very high. Goats don't give you wool. So I wonder if we could buy them and then, you know, kind of rehabilitate them. We're going to go ahead and buy the selected. We're trying to increase our goats as much as possible. Same with the cows. And how much milk do we got in here? We got no milk so far, so it's because the cows are still technically a cow. Like if this one here will definitely, oh, that's the bull, never mind. This one here, age 26 months, they won't start getting fertilized and getting pregnant until 18 months, I want to say. So let's buy a few more of these. And like I said, I wonder if we can get these increased with our chances here. Okay, limousine bulls. Let's go to that one. This type of cow is bred for profit and can be sold. Okay, Herefords and limousines and Angus are... And we can actually get into water buffalo. I think we were doing that as well. Let's go ahead and buy the selected for 5,000. Yep. Okay. Do we got water buffalo in here? Yep, we got a couple. So let's go ahead and we'll buy these ones, I think. Try them out. Because we only want the milk producers for our farm. And yeah, I know we're spending some money, but we're trying to get our productions up to the point where... Oh, we got it. We need to see if we got a water buffalo bull. We do not. So we need to buy a bull yet. Let's buy... Ooh. Let's buy massive Xerxes. They're getting ready to, at 12 months, so we got 2 months to go before they can start getting with the mamas, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know why. This one is only high, high, very good. This one's very high, very high, very high, very good. So this one should be more expensive than that one, but we'll go ahead and buy the selected. And that includes the cost for delivery as well. So now we got a bull there. Let's check our... Okay, so we need a Holstein bull as well. So let's find our Holsteins. Ooh, I don't have a Holstein. That's one of the reasons why I don't have a... Do I got a brown Swiss bull? Yes, I do have a brown Swiss bull. And that one's really good. Yeah, we need to buy a Holstein bull, but there's no Holstein bulls. Let's go back here. Let's go back into here. And let's go back into the realistic. Let's reset the animal dealer. See if that works. There we go. Now we got some bulls. Since we yeah, we'll buy that one. Well, I guess we'll buy those two. And now the bulls. So that one's at 11 months. That one's at 12. So we want this one here. Let's go ahead and buy the selected. Boom. Okay. So now here in 9 months, it's going to be a little bit of a process. In theory, in the way it really works is just because an animal gets pregnant, say, you know, Honey, the water buffalo, by her, I guess. When they hit their fertility age of 18 months, when they get pregnant, they won't start producing the milk until they give birth. So in 9 months. That's how it's supposed to work in the real world. And we'll see if we can get these two rehabilitated. Okay, that's all the shenanigans we're doing here. We do need to make sure that we stay on top of our food. Now, we're at almost 9 o'clock in game time. We're going to do some visiting here. Let's... only select the productions. We got the BGA. Let's go ahead and visit the BGA. No? Okay. Buy production point. Toggle, turn flashlight on. Okay, let's go to the sugar mill. There's supposed to be an option that let me do some research here. Because we have what's called the employment mod. It's a good thing I got this opened up already. I think I have to actually turn it on somehow. Let's go into it. Okay, so small farmers are forced to get part-time jobs or even full-time jobs to support their farm. This mod allows you to get a job in order to earn some extra money. Most production buildings are supported. Certain mods in the map mod placeholders may not be supported. If production is not supported, the option for employment will not be shown. Otherwise, an input button Shift Y will be prompted when at an appropriate location. Typically at the production player's icon or when in range of the production. Okay, we are not on multiplayer, so Shift Y. And I'm not seeing it at this place, so let's go to the cement factory. Okay, not seeing anything there. This map may not support. Oh, that's gonna really mess with us if I can't do this. Shift Y. Nothing's coming up. That would be the pits if I cannot do what I wanted to do. Yeah, if I can't gain employment, then we're gonna... I mean, we're not gonna change anything. We're gonna continue on this map. So here... Yep. Okay, looks like we're not going to be able to gain employment on this map. Apparently they hate us that much. They don't want to pay for anything that we do with them. So... yeah, that was funny there. What the heck? Okay, here's the dairy. Yep, so apparently the employment mod does not work on this map. Okay, there's that one. Oh darn, I was looking forward to having to do the employment to help gain money. But, I mean, it plays in really well with the theme of the map where we're on our own, you know? We are literally on our own. That was all the productions. We went through every production. Did I do the potatoes? Maybe I did. I don't remember. I think I did. Nope, I didn't. Yeah. Yep, we are on our own. We cannot gain employment on the map. They want us to fail, so we're going to prove them wrong. Okay. Fine by me. I like a challenge. This is going to be a challenge. Our house is going to stay at that point until we are able to get cement and stuff. And I could go ahead and actually, since right now the loan's not coming out, we need 8,000 liters of cement brick and 2,000 liters of cement bags. It's winter time. Nobody really wants to work on foundation stuff in the winter. It's not good. We are not going to fail. We are going to make sure that the estate comes back home to us. We just have to play this smart play it wise. Right now we are doing full-on silage production for everything. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. You come running by, we're going to give you scratches behind the ears. Okay, go back to your food. So, yeah. We're just going to leave that there. We really can't do anything. Oh, let's grab a couple, since we got some more animals over here. Let's not do the grass, let's do the hay. Let's grab some more bales of hay. We'll take one to the goats, the other two to the cows. Since we did buy some more animals, we need to make sure that their food is still topped up. Good evening, Liz. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Thank you for joining. And if anybody is just lurking in the background, I want to welcome every single one of you into the stream tonight. Thank you for coming and visiting Hobby Corner. We are so glad to have you here. You know the drill with all the likes, subscribes, the discords. Hit the links as you see fit. Join the channel. Like it as you feel like liking. No pressure. We're just here to have fun. We're also here to grow the channel because we want to reach as many people as possible. Oop, not in there. Not in there. But it wouldn't have been bad if I would have put it there either. So, lurking while working would be me. Yep, I do the same thing. I'll listen to other people. I'll put a comment in fairly early on, but then go into lurk mode just because I'm doing other things. So yeah, it's 9 a.m. We don't need to worry about the market stuff. We got pretty much everything that we need outside of a forage wagon now. But we need a lizard colossus forage wagon. So let's go ahead and skip to the month of January. Hopefully there's no snow that lands. Snow, snow, go away. We don't want you on this day. Oh, look, we got a bright, starry sky. Makes me happy. Okay. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. I mean, we could get that. I'm not worried about doing the whole manure slurry thing on the cow barn. I do it on so many others. I think I'm gonna just forego the that route. We're at 98%. We just need to wait about another hour or so. Let's check on the cows while we're up here. Chickens are good, I think. They're clucking away. 6,000 liters, 700 liters of food. We're good there. The cows, still no milk, which is to be expected. We've got 30,000 liters of food, so they are doing good. The pasture land, yeah, we got a lot of rocks in here. I probably should have did some stone picking, but yeah, we're not going to worry about that. We'll just have to repair the equipment a little bit more often. But we got, which one is this? This is Honey. Oh, hi, Honey. Does the name badge? Yes, it does. Shows her name. Which one's this? And the sun is just in the way. I'm trying to read the badge. Okay, this is just a random number. Okay, that's fine. I don't think this one's going to have a name. Nope. I know I got a Holstein in here with name. That was just a random. Well, that's cool that we, yep, random. What about you coming out of the milking parlor? Expecting one baby, which is good. And this one's just numbered as well. That's cool. I like seeing that. All right. We also did not lose another month of payments, so that's kind of scary in itself. Let's go ahead and fast forward till 9 o'clock. So yeah, it was a true bummer that we weren't able to do any employment stuff. I wanted to play with that mod, and I thought this would be a great map to do that on. Okay, my daughter Barbara says hi. My nephew Arwen says hi as well. Well, thank you, Liz. Tell them Hobby Corner says hi right back at them. I appreciate that so much. Okay, we got silage. Let's go ahead and pull out all of our silage bales. And we'll pull out as many as we can. We'll get that one as well. Okay. So even though it said a lot of them were silage, like this one still says it's grass fermenting. So it not ready. I think we can leave them for another month. Let's take a look at the cell, see what the silage goes for right now. Because I really do not want to sell anything that's not silage. And I don't want to have to nitpick through every single bale. So hold on, my glasses got all messed up. I think the employment mod is PC only. Let me, because I still have it pulled up on my phone. Okay, yep, it's for PC, Mac only. And I know it was activated because I made sure I specifically jumped out of the game as I had my stream started to go take a look. And it was activated. I could be wrong, but I swore it was activated. Okay, let's do it this way. I like looking at exactly where we can sell the stuff. Silage right there. Animal dealer is 118. Biogas plant is 122. Biogas is closest to us, which is all right. It's just I don't want to have to go through every single bale. This one's silage. But we can do that. We can... That one's silage. That one's grass. Grass, 62%. So it mixed up stuff as it was digging it out of the barn for us. And that one's silage as well. All right. So that one's grass. Grass, 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 grass. Silage, silage, silage. Silage. Okay, those three are silage. These ones are all grass. We'll just give them a push out of the way. Silage, silage. Okay, these ones look to be all silage here. Okay, so go ahead and get these ones taken over to the biogas plant while we still got the better price. And we definitely do not want to put them back into the thing. Okay, what tractor do we want to use? Let's use the same. Okay, I guess we'll use the John Deere because that's just, I thought I hit X, but apparently I hit the D-pad. And it's left button X to get this in the operator position. And this is a very neat bell loader. I do like this one. Okay, nothing in the sell page yet. Yeah, it's just the operation is pretty cool. Let's see if we can do this from out here so we don't have to drive. On my Riverbend Springs map, I was doing this exact same thing with the bell wrapper. I forgot I needed to wrap a whole bunch of bells, and I ended up taking them as grass over to my bell storage. So I decided to park the bell wrapper up just like this, and I set it up to where I could launch the bales into the storage facility and not have to worry about moving anything. So I would just grab a bale of grass, I would set it down into the machine would sit there and wrap it, and when it was done wrapping, I'd have the next one ready, and I'd just drop it in front, push, and punk. Speaking about John Deere, I've recently acquired a pair of antique ones. I bet you're a big hit at the parades coming up this summer and fall. Are they in running condition, or do they need to be completely rebuilt? What's the status on them there, Patrick? Get by car. So yeah, when you can find little tricks like that to speed up the process so you're not having to drive around all over Timbuktu to load up bales or whatever. Okay, we got 10,000 Up to 47,000. We're not making money as fast as I thought we would, but we'll get there. We've only gone through the first season, so we didn't really have a field that was at 100% capacity for its yield. I don't think, anyway. We'll really start making the money when we get our animals producing the milk. Those will really start helping us. We'll see if this will catch the other two. Nope. Gotta get a little closer. There we go. Yeah, I wish we could drop a BGA down on our farm so we didn't have to spend $1 million to buy the map BGA, but whatever. I think we'll get these sold. We'll just check the market again. Let's go ahead and speed up some time, just as a fun curiosity factor. See what shows up in the market. Okay, there we go. We're up. That was, $3,000 there. That's all right. So it looks to be about $7.50 per bale, roughly. Yeah, I'm hoping that if we can get everything going, that we can make well over 100 bales every harvest. So while we're here, we'll go ahead and get these ones loaded up as well. We can't do anything with them right now, but we can wait until next month. And nothing in the market. I think we will also, since we're using the unrealistic mods, we will also switch to a universal autoloader bell trailer. I like doing these trailers. They're good. They're slow. Okay, we did get one more bale of... So yeah, we need to keep the hay. Okay. I think we'll be alright. Let's go ahead and shut that down. And... double check on the animals real quick. We got 6,600 liters. And then we've got over here, we've got 8,661 liters. And then we've got 29,000 liters. And the food, it can hold 500,000 liters. So let's go ahead and grab a couple more bales of food for them. We're doing the hay. We'll grab 4. I just want to make sure that they never run out. Okay. $58,000 liters. I think this is a nice warm place to sleep for the night. And there's the snow. 2 lambs were born, 5 chicks were born, 1 chicken removed due to a random accident. Property maintenance, production costs. Yeah, we don't need any of that. We don't need the Magnum. That thing's too big. Z-Tour wouldn't be bad. Star wouldn't be bad. Yeah, we don't need any of that garbage. The food is at 51,000 liters. And I think we may wait. Let's take a look at our silage. Yeah, we're at the bottom of the month, so let's go ahead and wait 1 month. Yeah, we could still take stuff up to the biogas. It seemed to be about the best. $1 is not really going to make or break us. They're the closest. Straw, grass, hay, straw, silage. So, yeah. We're just going to go ahead and pull out the grass. And we'll put a few more on here just to get them loaded up. So we got 8, 9, 10. So 4 more. Okay, we also had a few grains as well. We got sunflowers, which were coming up to the best time. We got wheat, which was just past the best time, but I want to save the wheat for our chickens. Sunflowers, wheat, I mean, we really don't have much there. You know, if we were to wait till 808 times 19, we're not looking at that much. $15,000. That's not gonna make or break us doing that. So yeah, we're not gonna try to drive in the snow. We're just gonna go ahead and pull out. Yeah, we'll save the grass for now. That trailer we did get. So we got this one here for 90,000. I think it was that one. Yeah. This one here for 90,000. We could definitely sell that and switch to this guy and go auto load all day long. That would definitely help us out. Be a lot faster. So I think we will do that. The Bailey's really nice. The Pavelli's really nice. The Ponji, that's going to be the cheapest option. The Lizard here, for $1,500. And it holds round and square. The Red Rock, I don't think they're really long enough though for... We don't have a semi. We could do that, and that could be pulled by... That would help us get around places a lot better. And it'll hold 120 to 240s, 125 to 180s, auto load option. Oh, the extension's on the front. The good old Farm Tech standby. I mean, that one's good for getting around. Sucks to back up. Like I said, I think this Bailey or the Ponji. That's 22,000. I think we'll go with the Ponji. We'll try this one. We haven't tried this one yet. Folding mechanism, straight side standard, a Vario side. We'll just leave it standard. We're saving money. Yeah, we would go with this one here. But we'll sell all that stuff off first, and then go and sell off the trailer, buy a brand new one. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll sleep over here tonight. Blue Zach, welcome in. Good to have you here, buddy. I hope the snow's gone. Snow looks like it is going away. It's, you know, kind of ankle deep. Kind of ankle deep. It's not too bad. We should be able to go and sell our... Oh, there it goes. Yay, the snow's gone. The grass is at stage 3 of 4. Nitrogen level. This one we fertilized it without the use of the crop sensor on the tractor. This one's perfect as well. This one's perfect as well. Good, good, good. Okay. And there goes my trailer. Trailers for sale. I'm looking forward to the month of April where we actually get to harvest all of our stuff. Speaking of stuff, what's in the market? Oh, just that guy. And while we're here, I wanted to, let's take a look at the animals. Okay, they got plenty of meadow grass. There's still 8,000 liters of grass in there that I gave them earlier. They've got 42,000 liters of food, which is all hay. Then they've got all that meadow grass to munch on, which I don't know why it's meadow grass. It should be considered grass, but either way it's still 40%, so it doesn't really matter much. They got the hay. That's a lot better. Cool. We ran into a hedge, as one should on this map, you know? Because this map just happens to be full of hedges. I should take out that entire hedgerow there. I may do that as a little side project off stream. Not that it affects anything, but you know. Just because we can. Doesn't mean we should, but just because we can. Alright, 10.5 is what we made. And like I said, that extra $1 per 1,000 liters between the two different places does not matter much to me. So an extra 90 bucks, you know, 50 bucks, 14 bucks per load, you know, whatever it is. Alright, this trailer got some good use out of it. That's fine. But, let's, I needed to get out anyway. I gotta go over to the maintenance point, trigger, thingamajigger. Where's it at? Over there. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll sell it. Tool has been sold. Let's go ahead and repair this guy while we're here. And then time to buy a trailer. I think we're going to buy the almost cheapest one that we can get. Farm tech's decent. I don't care about that. The Pongi. Yep, that one right there. We're going to go ahead and customize it. We're going to keep everything the same. We don't need to worry about that. Let's buy it. Because it's going to get used like crazy. So yeah, it took 2 loads of silage to get this thing bought, but we also got rid of a different trailer, so yeah, we're making money still. If we can get through to August, oops, I forgot, wrong way traffic. If we can get to August with $1 million in the bank account, that would be amazing. I hope we can. I really doubt that's going to happen. Maybe by year 3. Because it's weird that we're not having to make payments yet. And I've got the advanced loan system on here, so we should be making monthly payments, but unless it figures the monthly payments are going to kill us and then it doesn't want to do that, I don't know. And that one right there. So yeah, it's going to be a few more extra trips because we can't, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. But it's speed right now that we need. And we can always sell this trailer for a bigger one later on. Whoa! Whoa! Darn light poles. And let's change the unloading side to the right. Just because I'm used to getting set up like that. And hopefully we can unload to the right. Boom. Yep, there's lots of poles, lots of hedges, lots of fence lines. I run into all of them. I never said I was a good driver, I just said I was a driver. Just like when people ask, do you play golf? I say yes. And they ask after that, well, what's your drive? And I say yes. How far do you drive? Yes. Someone else made a golfing comment earlier today on tell us your golf shot. I said mine's a left to right. As soon as it left the tee box, it headed right. Which is not entirely inaccurate, you know. Because I do have a slicing problem. I like slices. One of these days I'll actually learn how to play the slice, and then when that happens I'll hit it straight and go into the left side of the fairway, which is aka the next fairway over. You're playing on a German map, I do the same. Yep. It brings a whole new meaning to the term stay in your lane. I could turn traffic off. That would help out a lot too. You like slices of cake? So do I. With just a little bit of frosting. I know way too many bakeries that when they frost a cake, it's like, you know, an inch thick of frosting. And I'm not a frosting person, never have been. So take for instance, you get sugar cookies from a bakery. You know how much frosting they usually put on the sugar cookies? Well, I'll walk up to the trash can with a knife, fork, spoon, whatever in hand, and I'll just swipe all of that frosting off right into a trash can. I'm not a snob when it comes to frosting, but it's always way too much that they put on, and I just literally can't stomach it. Not that I get sick by it, but I just can't stomach it. It just doesn't it just doesn't appeal to me, having a mound of frosting on top of a little wafer of cookie, you know. Stop. There we go. Now we're full. I can go on grass. I can drive on the grass. It's my grass. I'll drive on it if I want to. You're a skinny guy who loves to eat. Yeah, I wish I was a skinny guy. I love to eat. I wish I was a skinny guy. Peanut butter cookies. Yeah, and they better have the fork marks crossed over on them, you know. And that was probably a bad sign, because I think that's indicative of saying something. But yeah, you better have the fork crossings, or the checkerboard on top of the sugar cookie, or a peanut butter cookie. My family grew up baking and doing all sorts of cooking and things like that. So, you know, every fall, winter time, we would be making cookies. My dad was making peanut brittle, chocolate chip peanut butter cookies. Yep. We'd make dozens upon dozens of half a dozen different flavors of cookies. Sugar cookie was always one of them. Peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip raisin cookies, chocolate chip cookies. I would do a lot of the baking, and you take the ball of the sugar cookie dough, plop it on your baking sheet. Then you take just a plastic glass, tap it to the cookie, so that you get a little bit of the oiliness from the cookie onto the glass. Dip it into sugar, and then press it back onto the cookie. Chunk, 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 chunk. Do that for the entire pan of cookies. The sugar cookies that you buy from like Walmart and things like that, nothing compared to homemade. Nothing. Okay, we need more silage. Okay, straw silage. I'll go ahead and get the rest of those out, and then one of those. And then that's all we got is straw, hay, straw, hay. Okay. Four, 8, 12. We got 13 left. We got enough money to buy another field or two. And I think what I'll do, I think I can do this. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to take this trailer back over to the shop. And we're going to try something here. We're going to modify the trailer box for the auto loading side of things. We're going to see if we can make it bigger. Or I should say taller. It'd be nice to get 4 rows of bales on here. 3 would be nice. That would be 18 bales. That wouldn't be too bad. But I think 4 rows would be perfect. That would definitely speed things up. And we're going to do that now so we can go back over to the farm and test it with 13 bales. Whoa! Not sorry. Now I'm in a pickle. Now I'm in a pickle. And there we go. Now I'm causing a traffic jam, and just because of that, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to, you know, scratch up your car some. They're upset at me anyway. They won't allow me to have employment on this map, so you know what? Yep. F them, that's why. I know, I shouldn't have said that, but... Okay, so if we go here, select that guy, go to customize, and we take our mouse, and as soon as the spinning beach ball of death comes up, okay, so now we got our hitbox. The length, I think, is just fine, but we are going to grab this and raise it up. And the problem is I don't get a customization option here. If I go back, I can't customize it. I can't customize it like I want to. You know, haven't... Ah, there we go. Maybe. Change the license plate? Yeah. No plate. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now we got the option to change it. Okay. There we go. Now it should work. Yes, sir. Houston, we have a working solution. I mean, we may have taken it too high. We'll find out when we do our grass harvesting in April. I learned it pretty early on, and I never had an issue with it up until the Universal Autoload mod actually came to the mod hub, and then I downloaded that version, got rid of the unsupported one. Let's just put it that way. It was supported, but it wasn't supported. You know, it's one of those gray areas. The mod author was working on it, trying, you know, getting all the bugs worked out, and, you know, blah 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 blah. Hey, there we go. More bells, please. All the bells. Okay. So we'll get this taken up to the BGA again. Get them unloaded. And because we got that stack up there, we may get 30 bales on here. Hopefully we can, you know, not tip the trailer over when we take corners. As long as we stay far enough away. Unload. Oh, gosh. Oh! Okay, that's nice. The trigger is very wide. Cool. Normally, I like, you know, I was doing it all on the off the right side, but yeah, that works out. That works. Can't complain. So we're up to $162,000. What can we buy? I know we can buy a couple more grass fields, and we can buy that one for 81. Oh, I didn't want to tag it. There we go. That one for 71. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and buy them. And yeah, I mean that takes us down to 10,000. Let's go ahead and also rent this guy. And we don't care about, or yep, we're just gonna lease it for 867. Yes, thank you. Awesome, good. And yeah, we don't have nothing on the front of this, so we'll just connect it to the front. We'll drive over to those two fields. And we'll get our soil sampling done. And we won't do, we'll probably end up having to fertilize them. Doink. Yeah, I didn't know about the license plate trick there, Zach. Thank you for that little tidbit of information. And we'll take a wide corner. And I'm going to go ahead and get the big map up. That way I can see what the heck we are scanning. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and delete those three hedgerows, 4, you know, whatever it is. Okay, let's go ahead and select the front, unfold that. And we'll just continue to drive south. We'll get the entire southeast corner over here. Yeah, southeast corner of the map. It's like, sure, why not? We're unfolded. Let's lower it down. And then let's take a soil sample. Kaboom. And then we will send in the soil sample. Cool. Yep, we're just continuing our path of destruction heading south. And then I'm going to end up actually plowing all of these fields together at the end of the fall when I plow those 2 fields. I'll plow that, you know, all the strips together. We'll do that at the end. But that won't be until, you know, maybe Friday. Who knows? I don't know. Something. Considering we're doing nothing but grass work right now and we got some speedy delivery stuff going on. Oh, let's go here because I want to see the one thing I didn't look at. Excuse me. Okay, this guy requires 60 horsepower. Oof, I don't think we can make that. I don't think we got 60 horsepower. This guy requires 100 horsepower. I don't think we got 100 horsepower either. You know, we're sitting with this very nice John Deere, you know, something or other. 6R 250 is what we got. And I don't know why we... Oh my gosh, what was I thinking, Shane? We're wanting to make grass, so I'm glad I didn't sell that windrower. I'm glad I didn't sell that windrower. But what we wanted to do... Okay, we need $100,000. What we will do next month is we will lease one of these. I think. How much is it to lease? $6,000. Yeah, I got that guy thinking, it's like, oh yeah, that's gonna put everything into a nice windrow for us as we ted it. Well, we're not doing that much turning to hay anymore. We're still gonna do some, but the majority of the work is going to be silage. I mean, I can still windrow everything. That's not going to be a problem. It's just not the speed that I was expecting. That and... Okay, this is the first time coming into here, so... I don't know how much that holds and how fast it is. That's right, that's a production. That's that one. Yeah, I know it's not enough money. Okay, so we need $30,000 for that. Okay. I mean, we could technically get rid of the baler because we could definitely make grass out of some of that stuff, or hay. We can get rid of the tedder. We can get rid of the wrapper. Still need the bale storage to hold stuff. That wrapper was 25,000. The tedder, I mean, we could sell that. We probably get, 20,000 out of it. Because if we go the fermenting silo route, we can make our hay, we can make our grass, we can make silage. I would rather do that because we can use this guy, the Titan trailer, and it's a 5 million liter capacity. I think I put it up there that high. Yep, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And you can't change my mind. I bought a piece of machinery that we'll never use again. All because I was thinking the wrong thing. But we'll start with the baler, because that'll be the most, and we can go ham after that. Okay, come on. Get back there. Okay, so let's go ahead and unfold that. Let's go ahead and drop off the bale. Plop. Okay. The baler we bought brand new. We're no longer going to use it. We're going unrealistic for everything, saving as much money as we can. And the little same that could is pulling this gigantic baler. I mean, where is the Sammy? Where's it at? There it is. We'll see how much we get out of this. I think this one was like 130,000. Should not need that much for repair. Oops. Okay, so if we sell it, we get 109 out of it. Repair it for 10 bucks. Repaint for 5 grand. Now we sell. Yep. Okay. So we got 119,000. Forge wagon time. This guy. We want the 50 meter unrealistic. We can throw the red crop guides on there. We don't need beacon lights. I don't care. We don't need the color. Capacity 5 million. Yep, we're doing it. We'll still use the John Deere for all the hard work. Then I'll take the windrower over and the bell wrapper over, and we'll get rid of those two things. Excuse me. And we're just going to turn everything that we get into grass. All to support our animals and dairy production. And hopefully we can make enough money on silage and the dairy to pay off our loan. Excuse me. So we'll put this guy right there. And we'll grab the windrower. Getting prep work done before the harvest next month. And and continuing to go in debt because I know we haven't made a single loan payment at all since we took the loans out. And we're just going to go ahead and sell it. I'm not going to worry about painting it. We'll get 16 out of that. You guys can take your crappy equipment. Well, no, it's good equipment. It's just crappy for our situation. So now I need to rephrase the whole concept of the challenge to, can I make $6 million in 10 years just off of silage and dairy production? Dead Calm, welcome in. 2-week farm noob question for you. Grass is a 3-month wait between planting and harvesting, correct? So the best way I can explain it is, if you plant grass in November, or no wait, we'll say March. That's technically growth stage number 1. Grass now requires 4 growth stages. So if you plant in March, you got April, May, then June. So after in June you can harvest that. And then what it does is it takes it back down to growth stage 1 automatically. So then it'd be July, August, September. And then because of the way everything works, you would be harvesting in December, which kind of doesn't work out that way. So how I do it is, if I'm going to plant a field of grass, I'll plant it in November. That way, its first 2 growth stages is November and December. It'll go through January and February, kind of dormant. And then March is growth stage 3, which you could harvest, but you get half of the production value out of it. And then you can get the full harvest production value in April. So I plant in November, harvest in April. And then in May, June, July, I'll harvest again in July, because that's growth stage 2, 3, and 4. And then again in October. And then the cycle repeats every April, July, October. That's how I've been playing it since they did the revision here a while back. So there's in total there's 4 growth stages. Your planting is growth stage number 1, and then you have to wait 3 months to get to the 4th growth stage, which is your best harvest time. And that's exactly what I did on this farm. This field right here I own, it's grass, and I planted in November. And I'm gonna do all of my harvesting in April. Good question, though. It's a very good question. I know a lot of people still struggle with it, trying to get proper times, and it took me a bit of playing around trying to figure it out. But once I got set up on a cycle, then it's been pretty easy to stick with it. Planted in August, and I can change it to that cycle, plant in November. Even planting in August, you can still harvest in November. So that'll be growth stage 3. So you're losing a little bit of production, but then that'll get you on to a May, June, July, August, September, October, and November. So you would be harvesting in May, August, and November. So that one works out pretty well too. It just as long as you remember that there's 3 months between harvests. So if you harvest in May, you have to harvest again in August, like you planted there, and then again in November. Braden B, welcome in, and Big John Farms, thank you for the subscription. I very much appreciate it. All right, I think we're done clearing out. We're going to keep the tedder there. That's the Colossus tedder. We're going to keep that for now. The other two items were kind of no longer needed, I think, because we're changing routes on where we're going here. So let's go. We got to find our Omatana fermenting silo. This guy right here. Where do we want to put it? I think we're going to take this guy. We're going to go ahead and sell it. And we're going to drop it in right there. And I've got a thing about lining up my grain pits in the floor. So I think that'll work out right there. Overlaps with another object. My Patushi. Really? Really? I can't put it there? What is it hitting on? I mean, I would really have to get it out there, so let's see if we can find a different location to put this. That's our chickens. Over here is kind of taken up with stuff. I think if we put it right here, I think that would be better. It'd be off of our grass there. If you're playing on Waseca County, Minnesota, on that map, then yes, silage is definitely king. I'm doing silage because I need it for my cattle over here. Cows and water buffalo. I'm going full dairy production, and I need silage for making my TMR because I am a true advocate of making TMR. It gives you your 100% production bonus for your animals, especially the cattle, water buffalo included. And you're harvesting it 3 times a year, so you're consistently getting that money coming in if you sell it at a BGA. We have to sell all of ours at this BGA here. We cannot place down our own little BGA. That's against the rules. Yes, technically this is against the rules as well, but we're using it only for building our house. So that's how I'm getting around that. As you can see, all of the wood products are still there. and it's only being used on the house until, it could be 3 years, could be 5 years in game, where if we get the loan paid off early, then we can start putting our own productions back onto the map. So all that stuff's going to stay just for the farm, or just for the farmhouse. But yeah, the silage is definitely a good money maker at the get-go. I've never really gone into the full silage production from the start. I've always used it. Don't get me wrong, I've always used it, but it never has been a money maker, so to speak. This map is different. I've got to play a different style because, you know, if we go here, because of the rules I have set, I can't do any contracts. Yeah, there's some, you know, I would transport for $7,000, you know, cultivating for 4. I can't use any of these to make money. So everything I do has to be based off of the fields that I own. And if I want to get in productions that, say, you know, the cement factory, I mean, it's a bad example, but, you know, potato processing, that'll be better. If I want to get into this, I have to buy the production, and then now I have to plant the potatoes, I have to plant the canola or sunflowers to make the oil for making the potato chips. I'm going, like I said, I'm going the dairy route, and wherever the dairy is over here, that was grapes. We got the cereal, we got the grain mill. There's the dairy. So I'm getting everything on my farm set up for the dairy, which means I've got nothing but dairy cows. I've got the Holsteins, I've got the brown Swiss, I've got the water buffalo, and I've got the goats. So they're all milk producers, which means I will be buying this guy when I can. I need, you know, $220,000 to do that. So to start with, if you start with, in my opinion, this is all just me watching other streamers do things. The earliest thing to make money on is definitely going to be your silage. It's a bit tedious because you've got to either, like I just put down, a fermenting silo to make the silage. Is that a technicality? I mean, I can make silage using a bell wrapper. So to do a fermenting silo, I'm just making silage a different way. There's, you know, you can use a bell wrapper, you can use a silage pit. There is a silage pit on the map. Dropped a fermenting silo because it's just easier. So yeah, that's just, silage is definitely a good money maker for the process, depending on, like Patrick says, certain maps. Waseca County, Minnesota map, that one, the silage production is 4 times the amount of standard. So if we were to go into here, let's just go down to our silage. It sells for $120 to $122 per thousand. Waseca County is 4 times that. It is what it is. It's a little bonus that he put in there because some people think silage isn't worth enough, you know, or whatever. So, but yeah, silage is definitely a good money maker from the get-go. And yeah, we are. I think we're finally ready for silage, and we may have bought this trailer just to, you know, let's just move it. Paul Irwin, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in and joining us again. So that's 2 subscriptions tonight, and you know what? I was going to end it. Let's go for about another 20 minutes or so. We're ready for... Let's grab this bale over here. And this is our last grass bale. We're going to put it into that guy. And we're going to jump to the month of April, and we're going to do our first harvest with our 2 new pieces of equipment. We're going to get this thing set up over here onto the forage wagon. And we're going to see if this works out the way I want it to work out. I hope it does. And yep, we're going to sleep under the stars tonight. Cloudy sky, whatever. And we're going to at least harvest 1 grass field, if not all of them. We'll find out. Two lambs were born, 22 chicks were born. Some property maintenance stuff. Let's just take a look at the sell page stuff. I mean, that guy would be cool. I don't plan on getting into corn silage right now. But yeah, let's do this. Let's activate the back. Let's unfold the front. And we'll go ahead and turn that on. Drop it down. And then we gotta... Do we have to... Nope. Okay, let's give this a shot. Oh, there's the other marker. Okay. We got dueling markers. Oh, do I got enough? Do I got enough? Yes, I do have enough. I forgot about this little thing right here. We're gonna pull shenanigans here. We'll just let's select them all. There we go. Visit. There it is. And now you guys see a little bit of a screen that content creators use. This is called Easy Development, Easy Dev. So now I got to figure out where I'm at in the map. So yeah, if you want to go someplace really fast, 16 speed. Yeah, just a little thing to keep you guys entertained there, you know. Okay, so we are looking like we're rocking and rolling. We got 60 liters put in here. We should be good for a little bit. Let's make sure we're zoomed all the way out. We are. And now with the silage additive added into our machine, we can definitely do more stuff. I think it's 10 or 20% yield bonus for silage using silage additive. Don't quote me on those numbers. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But look at that windrow we're making. Holy buckets. Jeez Louise. That's a lot of grass. that would work too. I do not have that one downloaded. I've heard about it. Romeo, watch out! We're coming. Oh, there he is. Yep, I know some people that use it and they love it. I just have not tried it yet. You know, I didn't get into the power tools or the development mods up until I really started content creating. So it's all new territory for me, and we got to come back and get these corners. That's no big deal. So yeah, I know some content creators don't like showing that type of stuff. For me, it doesn't bother me because, you know, people are going to find out regardless. You know, if you're using things like that. It's just one of those. It just helps get people around the map faster. It helps, you know. I can bring in money and we can pay off the loan in a heartbeat. You know. But it's not one of the things that I want to get into where you're constantly relying on doing that for filling up a trailer for silage. You know. Because if I wanted to, I can go in here, I can go to the vehicles, I can reload the vehicle with, and then I can fill it up with whatever, you know. So we could cheat in materials for doing stuff. I don't play that way, you know. Some content creators will use that for reloading their whatever piece of equipment, and then they'll go in using the same mod and deduct X amount of dollars for payment. You know, that works. It's just they're trying to get through their recording process a lot faster so that they're not, you know, constantly in the game having to do stuff. So it all works out. I do it too. When one of my series, Waseca County, and why that's not picking up. Oh yeah, that's why I've got to go and delete the mod now. Side note, if you run the mod for extra width pickups for your balers and stuff, it interferes with the Colossus mod for the extra wide pickups. Just to let you know. Because I'm not able to pick up anything wider than just the forage harvester. Or the forage wagon, I should say. Because I should be able to swing over like this and pick those two spots up, but it won't do that. So that mod conflicts with the Colossus mod. Just to let you all know. If you're having problems with any of the Colossus equipment for picking up the 50-meter width type stuff off the ground, check your mods to make sure that you don't have the extra width pickup. I forget the exact name of it. But yeah, check your mods to see if you have that one, because more than likely you do, and it's causing that issue. Good morning, Crofter. Welcome in. All right, let's go ahead and we'll select the front. We'll pick that up. And we'll get these other two blobs picked up as well. We'll go up to that end, pick up those ones. Kiwi Sim Farmer, welcome in. Good to have everybody here tonight. Now we'll lower that back down. We'll pick up this stuff here. We'll scoots forward. Hopefully we get everything there. Kind of looks like we did. And then we'll go to the next field. That field was 242,000 liters worth of grass. So we'll do this one next since we're here. And don't mind the wizard behind the curtain. No, I have not set you up yet, Kiwi. I keep forgetting about that. I need to get you set up in the bot system to, when I do exclamation point, that you're in there. I don't know, bad content creator when I'm not able to support my friends. Crofter, if you're still in here, you want to grab his link? Please? But yeah, everybody, if you can, go join Kiwi. He's a great individual from New Zealand, if I remember correctly. And he's got a bunch of different series out there. Produces some really good stuff. He's got a multiplayer on Waseca County. I forget where he's got all sorts of different stuff at, but yeah, go give him a check out. And I think I'll just do this real quick here. Like, we'll go to Kiwi. There, now we got Kiwi in there. Yeah, please go check Kiwi out if you have not. Like I said, great individual, great content that he puts out there. Very laid back. The group of people that he hangs out with are really good as well. I know Crofter's in that group. There's others. Okay, and I think that's everything up there, so let's go over to this section here. Drop the mowers again. And these massive bloody windrows that we're making here. Holy snakes. Yeah, don't we all always have a list of names to add to the different bots that we run? I get so busy trying to get recordings done and other family type stuff that I always forget to go in and readjust all the different little settings, making sure the bots work properly. One more field and then we'll call it a night. Oops, did a little bounce. And I'll come in. Well, tomorrow we'll go through and delete all these hedgerows out of here. And we'll try not to intervene with the neighbor's stuff there. You know, we still want to be good neighbors, even though they refuse to help us out on this map. No contracts. We can't place any productions down on the map. It has to be, if we're going to sell stuff, it has to be through what they already have there. We can't do any gainful employment. We were going to do that on this episode. Start the employment process, go through some schooling, you know, play with that mod a little bit, and nope, we can't even do that. So these guys here in Maypole are just flat out jerks to us right now. But we're still going to be the better neighbor. We're not going to go through and harvest their crops. We're not going to sit there and do field flipping. We're not going to sit there and overinflate prices of equipment by doing, you know, flipping equipment type stuff. We're gonna be legit here. We're gonna play by their rules. We're gonna make our $6 million and we're gonna pay back our loan. We're gonna be nice about it. We're gonna take the high road. I know we are tempted to play dirty just like they're playing dirty to us, but, you know, we'll be nice. Oops, let's back up there. There we go. Yep, we'll get this field done and then we'll take it over, get it emptied, get the fermentation started for it, and we'll call it an evening. Mr. Michael Ferguson, welcome back in. $5.26. Okay, we gotta find a spot of grass up here that we haven't mowed down yet. I don't like all those sixes. All those sixes scare me. I think we got a spot right in here that we can do. If I can get through. What do you mean I can't get through, officer? I'm too wide in the hips, that's why. There we go. Oh, we got that. Oh, we just bought the 2 fields, that's right. We got to get rid of that Azaria sensor soil sampler. Okay, so we got, you know, 5.3 or eyeballs late night, 532,000 liters of grass in here. Let's go ahead and get it in the silage pit. Select the back item. So yeah, we got our first load of silage out of our new system. Woo! Yeah, don't run into that, kids. You know, make sure you stay back 50 feet. It'll fling some stuff at you. But yeah, we got our new fermenting silo. We got a new some new equipment on the farm. Definitely speed up the grass production for us, the silage production, and we should be pretty well set for this year up until our wheat harvest here in July. We'll come back again tomorrow. We'll continue on our grass, and for the foreseeable time frame, we're going to be spending around the grass field, getting rid of some hedges. We're going to start plowing up the area, making sure this is one gigantic grass field, and that thing is still emptying out. Oh my gosh. But while we're here, let's go ahead and go into our fermenting silo. We're going to do grass silage. We could do grass digestate. We got a water tanker. We can go get some water. I got to figure out where water source is on the map. Because then we get some digestate out of this as well, which we could sell, you know. It's pretty low. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty low. But there are mods out there. You know, we will be using the mods that we can actually bring in a trailer that does, like, you know, what is it, like 500,000, 1 million, 10 million liters or something like that. I forget what it is. But yeah, we'll look into that. For now, we're just going to go ahead and activate that guy so we can get that running. Starting to get the silage going. Nice thing is we can hold 2 million liters of silage, 2 million liters of grass. So yeah, we got our first official silage production setup going outside of actual bales. And as always, I thank you all for coming in here. Please make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you feel like subscribing. Turning the bell notifications on as well to help you keep informed when we put out new content. You know, we stream every Wednesday through Saturday night, Sunday mornings. I have a Alma, Missouri video series out every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Go check those episodes out. Episode 15 just dropped today, so we are 5 weeks into that series. And yeah, I thank you all for coming in. We appreciate it very much. We're continuing to grow. We had 2 new subscribers tonight, which is awesome. I love it. Thank you all. And until tomorrow night, we'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.